All right, going to be doing another New England Patriots 2024 NFL Draft prospect video here. We're going to be doing one on Dylan Laube. He is from UNH. He's one of my favorite prospects in this year's NFL Draft. I've been watching him for a couple years, and I have the receipts on him and being one of the top pass-catching running backs in the draft, as well as one of the top kick and punt returners in college football. Dylan is 5'10", 200 pounds. He's a senior out of UNH, as I mentioned. Recognized as the primary starter for all situations for that team. This guy has amassed an amazing amount of all-purpose yards, including 750 yards rushing this year, as well as 700 yards receiving, 467 from kick returns, and 180 from punt returns. Those have produced 18 TDs in 10 games. Yeah, production. Now, Dylan possesses favorable height, solid weight profile, and yes, he does have a slender frame that doesn't carry excess mass, so he's not very bulky. Despite the limited bulk, he does exhibit commendable upper body and lower body strength. His outstanding athletic ability renders him as a versatile threat on the field. He is an offensive weapon. Dylan demonstrates excellent long speed, change of direction, lateral quickness, initial quickness, acceleration, and explosion. His footwork is highly effective. He's complemented by quick twitch movements, exceptional agility, and balance, contributing to his elusive and unpredictable playing style. The guy's all over the place. Can't touch him sometimes. In terms of decision making with the ball, he excels at making front-end reads post-snap, showcasing solid vision to identify rush lanes. He has patience to allow his blockers to set up, and he has strategically positions himself behind his blockers. He has a skill set for it. He's adept at reading the game. He exhibits good play speed. He utilizes change of direction and twitch to redirect runs outside when the inside path is congested. He makes the right decisions. He just has a knack for it. Turning the corner is another strength. This is facilitated by exceptional lateral quickness and twitch, enabling to outmaneuver most defenders. Now, on the downside, while he possesses adequate strength for pressing gaps and inside runs, he will struggle to break tackles, which does limit his effectiveness as a first-level threat. Despite tenacious efforts for extra yards, his lack of upper body and lower body strength prevents him from really just overpowering defenders. He's just not a massive bowling ball of a running back, and that's okay. However, he does compensate with this with remarkable performance in open space. You get him in open space, and he's going to create problems for the defense. His impressive twitch and elusiveness allows him to evade tacklers, demonstrating good explosion and acceleration to separate from defenders on his really long runs. This guy, once he's open, he's gone. Now, for the Patriots, it's all about the passing game for me. He is without question the best pass-catching running back in this draft class. His skillful route running is facilitated by quick and efficient footwork, makes him a challenging matchup for most linebackers in man-to-man coverage. Additionally, his natural hands coupled with instincts for evading defenders and turning upfield on critical downs contribute to his effectiveness in the passing game. Now, for pass protection, it's not that bad. He demonstrates adequacy due to his sufficient lower body strength, although he is susceptible to bull rushes, which for his size and where he's been playing, it's not that bad. But he does get his anchor in there. It's just not great. Now, for the Patriots, again, we just need that third down back. We need that receiving back. And I wouldn't mind having him as a solid backup kick returner and punt returner, or maybe possibly as a starter. The Patriots need a highly versatile running back, and Dylan will serve as a valuable weapon both in and out of the backfield. His exceptional twitch and route running proficiency makes him a potent offensive force with lateral quickness and agility to burst to make him an asset in kick and punt return situations as well. This guy screams Patriot. Not only that, in addition, he goes to UNH, he knows how to play in the Northeast. There's just all those little extras that points to him being a Patriot. Now, where would we target him? This is where the issue comes. I think he's probably going to get a Senior Bowl invite. I think his stats are just pointing to it. Yes, the Senior Bowl likes to bring in FCS and small school guys, so I think he's going to be one of the guys that gets invitation. So he will be there. He will stand out. I am not sure if he's going to be a day one or day two pick, but if the Patriots do really like him, he has to be a draft pick. He's not going to make it through the draft. And I wouldn't even be surprised if you see that guy getting picked up maybe on day 2 to the right team. Now, here's the question. Do the Patriots need a pass-catching running back that bad? I think so. The guy can light up in the slot, so he's not completely just relegated to being out of the backfield. He's not the perfect pass protector, which he will need to be working on, obviously. But considering that Ty Montgomery's up for free agency, also Zeke's technically up for free agency, I think a running back is probably on the docket for a potential draft pick. Maybe we make a move up out of the 4th into the 3rd, use some draft capital there. But it'll be interesting to see where we can possibly get him. Again, I think that once he gets to the Senior Bowl, he gets in front of a bunch of teams and he gets in front of the scouts, it's a possibility this guy's really a day 2 pick. But anyway, let's just take a moment and look at some of his tape. All right, we're going to take a couple minutes here, just watch some tape. Not going to get into is it a gap run or is it a zone run or the scheme or what type of play it is. That doesn't really matter. We're looking at the prospect and how Dylan is quick and twitchy, right? Very athletic. Obviously has a lot of lateral agility, top-end speed. He can do kick returns. He can do punt returns. But the big thing is, yes, he's a receiving back. Now, receiving / 3rd down back, for me, the Patriots, when you say 3rd down back, obviously we have White and all his predecessors. The big thing about most of those guys was not the 3rd down back designation for them really is because they were a comprehensive running back, but they excelled in that 3rd down role because, yeah, they can catch the ball, but they were also good at pass blocking. See, for me, Dylan, not necessarily in that true 3rd down back role. He's receiving back. Now, again, most people see that as the same thing, synonyms, right? I don't necessarily see that. I see him as more of a receiver who you can hand the ball off to. I mean, see how I'm saying that? He's a receiver, so he's basically his assignment, all right, where he's setting up is in the backfield, and he's more likely to be receiving the ball out of the backfield. And yeah, he can run the ball, obviously. Look, he's got the speed, he's got the twitch, he knows how to run the ball. Doesn't fumble the ball often. So there is that running back aspect, but also the guy does split out into the slot, right? He's an offensive weapon. Now, I'm not saying this is a true comp for him. Don't get at me at this, but he's very Christian McCaffrey-esque, right? You can put him anywhere, he can do just about everything. And we'll see that. I think, honestly, I really think this guy's probably going to get a Senior Bowl invite. You're probably going to see him at that. He's going to get bounced around in different drills, and people are going to see that this guy can do a lot. And then once he gets to combines and pro days, it's going to only go from there. So there is that risk, and that's what maybe we'll bring back to the conversation, which is why would we really want to be interested in him? Well, we haven't had that receiving back. Ty Montgomery is getting up there in age and also is going to be a free agent. So here's a 1-for-1, really, right? I mean, that's the fact that this guy does do kick and punt returns. He is a receiving back. He's a little bit younger. Get him on a rookie contract. Big things for us, and possibly could be a good pickup. Maybe in that fourth round. Maybe in that 4th round. Again, I'm going to reiterate the fact that if this guy gets in front of other scouts and they really see what he can do, I'm sure they're all well aware of him because he's such a leader in the FCS and multiple. I mean, he's he has over nearly 700 yards in just receiving. That's like top 10 or 20 in FCS period in terms of receiving, not just from the running back, but just overall. So, it's going to be interesting to see where he ends up on the big boards. This could be another situation kind of like Marte Mapu, where he's coming in from a smaller school. He goes to a Senior Bowl or maybe even a Shrine Bowl or something like that, and he rockets up on the board. And the Patriots, if they do want them, hopefully it's not a 3rd round pick, but, maybe he does have to be used as a 4th rounder. Now, you're probably going to say, oh, he's a running back. Why are we spending money on spending a 4th round pick on a running back? I'm going to point this out, and I'm going to say it right now. This guy is an offensive weapon. He's kind of, you can go with Brock Bowers with him being, yeah, he's a tight end. Don't beat up on Brock Bowers because he's a tight end, because the guy plays out wide. He plays in the slot. He plays in tight on the tight end, plays in the as the H-back role, and he plays as a fullback sometimes. He even carries the ball. Now, this is kind of moving the opposite, which is, yeah, Dylan might be taking handoffs, right? But the guy is an offensive weapon. He's a receiver out of the backfield, and you can put him out in the slot. Plus, he's got the punt and kick return aspects. All right? So take a look at him. Another guy to follow, basically, especially as we get closer and closer to, pro days and combines and the bowls and those last aspects, and just seeing where he ends up on the big board. All right? If you guys like this content, please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.